The lights dim on stage as a staff member whispers into a microphone backstage. The next contestant stands alone, gripping the edges of a weather-worn guitar case.
Oh my goodness.
He is young, humble, and visibly overwhelmed by the lights and the size of the stage. His name is Leonel Ramirez, a 26-year-old singer from Quezon Province, Philippines. He grew up in a neighborhood where music echoed between narrow alleys and the sound of radio classics carried through open windows. And of all the legendary voices he heard growing up, one stood above the rest: Elvis Presley. From the time he was 8 years old, Leonel would imitate the king's swagger, memorizing every lyric, practicing the velvety tone that defined a generation. Music wasn't just a hobby for him, it was an escape. Raised by a single mother who worked long hours cleaning houses, Leonel spent most of his childhood singing in local plazas, sari-sari shops, jeepney terminals, and birthday gatherings, anywhere someone would let him perform. He watched AGT on a cracked television screen and dreamed one day of standing on that stage. To him, the show felt like a distant universe, one reserved for people who had resources, connections, and opportunity. But fate had other plans. A Filipino tourist visiting Las Vegas once filmed Leonel performing at a street festival in Manila. The video spread quickly online, gaining millions of views. Eventually, a talent scout from AGT sent him an email that would change everything. They wanted him to audition for the 2025 season. Leonel didn't believe it at first. He thought it was a prank. Only after multiple confirmations did he realize the impossible was suddenly possible. And now, standing on the AGT stage in front of Simon Cowell, Heidi Klum, Howie Mandel, and Sofia Vergara, Leonel takes a deep breath as the spotlight hits him. The crowd grows silent. Simon leans forward, examining him with that familiar blend of curiosity and skepticism. Simon asks, "Tell us your name and where you're from." Leonel's voice trembles as he replies, "I'm Leonel, from the Philippines. This is my dream stage." Heidi smiles warmly. "What are you going to sing for us today?" Leonel answers with a soft grin, "Something very close to my heart. A song I've been singing since I was a kid." Simon raises an eyebrow. "Let me guess, Elvis." Leonel nods. The crowd cheers. Simon cracks a slight grin but looks unsure. Many people have tried to imitate Elvis, few succeed. You can see the doubt in his eyes. But he doesn't speak. He only signals for the music to begin. The stage lights shift to a cool blue. A single guitar chord echoes through the auditorium. Leonel closes his eyes. And then, the moment his voice breaks through the silence, the entire room freezes. It is rich, powerful, smooth. It is not an imitation, it's a reincarnation. A vocal resurrection of the king himself, dripping with soul and emotion, but also with something entirely his own. A Filipino twist, a unique vibrato, a deeper sincerity. He is not copying Elvis. He is channeling him. People in the audience lift their hands to their mouths. Gasps follow. A judge whispers, "Oh my God," while another leans forward. Leonel's voice effortlessly dances across the melody. Classic Elvis phrasing, pristine tone, and emotional authenticity blend into a breathtaking performance that feels like a time machine transporting everyone back to the golden era of rock and roll. Halfway through the first verse, even the camera crew stops moving. Simon's eyebrows raise higher with each note. He turns his head ever so slowly toward Howie, who is already staring wide-eyed. Simon's expression is absolute shock, something viewers rarely see anymore. As Leonel reaches the chorus, He plants his feet firmly on the stage, opens his chest, and belts out the signature Elvis growl with a warmth so powerful it sends chills across the entire theater. The audience erupts, cheering, clapping, standing. But Leonel keeps going, fully lost in the rhythm, pouring every ounce of his heart into the song. He shifts into a softer part next, his voice melting into silky tones that make the judges sway. Heidi places her hand on her chest. Sophia whispers, "This is beautiful." Howie nods, silently stunned. Then comes the climax. Leonel lifts the microphone slightly, inhales deeply, and unleashes a note so incredibly controlled, so effortlessly pure, that Simon Cowell, a man who built his reputation on brutal honesty, drops his pen. Simon is frozen, mouth slightly open, eyes wide. Leonel ends the last line with a soft, velvety vibrato. The music fades. The entire auditorium is silent for a split second. The kind of silence only greatness can create. And then the explosion begins. The audience rises like a wave, screaming, clapping, cheering. People stomp their feet. Some cry. Even backstage contestants peek out through the curtains, jaws dropped. Leonel stands there trembling, overwhelmed. This was his moment, and he had delivered a performance that would be replayed around the world. Howie speaks first. That didn't just sound like Elvis. That sounded like what Elvis would have sounded like if he were alive today. Pure, modern, timeless. Absolutely unbelievable. Heidi says, "You have a gift. A voice that carries history and emotion. You took us on a journey, and I'm still shaking." Sophia adds, "That was not an impression. That was your soul shining through. You made the entire room feel something powerful." All eyes then turn to Simon Cowell, the man who rarely praises imitation acts. The judge known for brutally honest critiques. The judge who had been utterly silent during the entire performance. Simon leans into his microphone, still stunned. "That was extraordinary. I don't say this lightly. I have heard thousands of singers try to imitate Elvis. You did something different. You honored him, but you also made the song your own. You brought heart, authenticity, and purity into it. And I mean this." Your voice left me speechless. The crowd roars. Simon continues, "I think the entire world needs to hear you." Then, without hesitation, he stands up. The audience knows what's coming. The judges know what's coming. Leonel knows what's coming. Simon reaches forward, and slams the golden buzzer. Gold confetti erupts from the ceiling in a shimmering explosion. The crowd screams louder than ever. Leonel collapses to his knees, tears bursting from his eyes as the stage transforms into a glittering dream. His mother appears from backstage, crying as she runs to him. They embrace, holding each other tightly beneath a rain of gold. The music swells. The judges stand applauding. Simon smiles warmly, a rare expression reserved only for contestants who touch something deep within him. This is not just a performance. It is a cultural moment. A moment that breaks barriers, celebrates talent from across the world, and proves that greatness knows no nationality, no borders, no limitations. A Filipino singer had stunned America's biggest talent stage and earned the highest honor possible, direct entry to the live shows. As the confetti swirls and Leonel waves to the cheering crowd, the camera zooms in on Simon one more time. And for the first time in a long time, the man of tough critiques and high expectations is genuinely speechless. Later, backstage, Leonel reflects on the moment, wiping away the last of his tears. He says softly, "My mom always said that dreams don't care where you come from." And now, here I am. Dreams do come true. And that is the story of how a Filipino Elvis shocked the world and left Simon Cowell speechless on AGT 2025. A performance that will live forever in the hearts of millions. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss more inspiring stories, unforgettable auditions, and incredible moments from around the world. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.